episode.
Yeah, everybody knows Chris gets creamed on. All right, Not the Confused, episode 43. We're doing it. We're in
Holy
this bitch.
shit, he's got the whiteboard? Wow, that's
There you
official.
go. You like that? That's
Holy
nice,
moly.
huh?
Not
That's
a lot
official.
of colors there, though.
I'll
black
work
and
on
white,
that.
huh?
All right, I got more. I just, I only have the black for right now, so worked out pretty well though. Looks nice, and honestly, me and Chris are worried it might be glared out, but not too shabby.
Now everyone can see your lady
there.
handwriting.
My lady handwriting. It's very nice. Anyway, Dubbed Confused, episode 43. We were not here last week, so we had literally double of everything to cover for this week. Boy, howdy was that a slate, especially when you also add on the fact that we had 4 episodes of False Memory that dropped. Shit. Like shit. We'll start with that one. But, not yet. But, boys, how we doing? How do we do?
Good to be back, Johnny.
Yeah. Moving? Yeah. Grooving? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess we start with news. That's what we like to do. Clearing off my whiteboard. Sorry. Just got to get that clear just in case.
Very important tidbit.
Starting off with news. Here we go. 3 things. 3 things that are more important, I guess. My Hero Academia's mangaka actually released a one-shot manga of like a brand new manga, like separate from My Hero. It's like low-key a horror-based manga. Kind of interesting. Looks cool. Has a cool premise. Chris actually read it today. I know that. So I guess I'll let you speak to like what you saw, at least in that, because as far as I understand it, one-shots are almost like pilot episodes. Like, they release it, and if it gets good feedback, then a studio or whatever you call it, magazine picks it up, and then they can actually make it a full-time series that they elongate.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was really interesting. It's got some, like, definitely horror, thriller, romance aspects to it. But, I mean, stylistically, it looks amazing. Gives me a lot of, like, Hunter x Hunter vibes with some of the monsters and some of the panels. John, what were you saying as well? Some of the panels look like
I got Dandadan vibes, like some of the
vibes.
Some of the creepy creatures you see in Dandadan. There was definitely some. I don't know if I want to go as strong as saying there was definitely some influence, but I just got the same vibe from some of those creatures. You would not like if you showed like the straw-headed creatures to Shaloub, he would not be able to pick the mangaka. He would not be able to guess it was My Hero.
Yeah, it looks nothing like My Hero at all. Like it's so unique for what it is. It looks really polished. I mean, and the first opening chapter was pretty solid in my opinion. It definitely pulls you in, but it's intriguing to see where it goes. But I recommend at least reading the first chapter.
Yeah, could be cool. And he's got the cachet where his name alone might be enough to pull it into being a relevant thing that gets an anime adaptation down the line, but we'll see where it goes, but that's cool. Next up, Mushoku Tensei. We got news basically I think yesterday, a trailer released basically revealing that next week officially starts like the actual sick arc we've been waiting for. So next week should kick off when we're actually moving forward with like a new full plot point, not just what we've been getting, which has been like slice of life Mushoku Tensei stuff.
Which, hey, I mean, I'm not a slice of life guy at all, but this has been good eats.
If they do it well, we'll talk about it later, because I know I've been the guy on the pod who's been more getting a little impatient of like, come on, when are we going to get back to like stuff happening? These episodes I thought were better, or at least like just pleased me in that where they gave us something, not just full slice of life. There was still some other cool stuff. And lastly, Made in Abyss trailer. The Made in Abyss movie comes out next season, so a trailer for that movie came out, basically revealing like 2 new characters, and I think they're voice actors and stuff. They do that all the time with anime. They basically make trailers just to reveal like who the voice actors are going to be, because in Japan, voice actors are kind of like celebrities, so that's kind of like saying like Ryan Gosling is voicing this new Disney movie character, and you're like, whoa, Gosling, crazy, like Chris Pratt as Mario, shit like that. So
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so that's cool. I'll probably like that movie coming out next season will probably force me to rewatch Made in Abyss, force me to watch season 2 for the first time, because I've been too scared to take that leap after how much season 1 hurt my heart.
And I understand why, because I watched like the first 3 episodes of season 2, and it did not grab me the way the first season did. So I just need to sit down with it and give it a chance.
Yeah, I'll probably try to restart it and watch it all in one motion too. Because sometimes if you have enough years in between, you're like disconnected from that story that pulled you in the first place.
Totally.
Yeah, that's really the big stuff for news. Nothing crazy right now, but Chris is going to Anime Expo in New York in I think 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
So 2 weeks, I'm sure there'll be new reveals there. That's the exact kind of place where anime want to drop there. Oh, you got it today.
I got it today.
Nice. Hell yeah.
The nerd pass.
Yep.
Sick. Very cool. So there you go. There's our news. I guess we just jump in now. I think we should just start with False Memory. There's a lot there. It's the brand new thing on the block, and
Yeah, the new toy.
it may need the most talking because it was 4 episodes, whereas everything else was kind of 2 episodes this week's and last week's. But yeah, what are our opening thoughts on False Memory? I could give you a plot summary, except no, I can't, because kind of hard to really nail down what's going on entirely. What do you think?
It's a fever dream. The whole thing's a fever dream. I can't follow it, honestly. I can follow it. I'm trying to follow it, but it just feels like you're literally in a dream sequence. Like anything could possibly happen at any point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what it feels like.
But the animation's cool as shit. I like the VAs a lot. They just talk too fast.
Yeah.
Is my only issue.
Yeah.
Like they speed through those fucking lines. I can't read
know,
that fast.
I know. Some of it
Yeah,
was
there were a
hard.
couple I missed. I had to rewind on because I was like, they said that too
Yeah.
fast. I got to go back.
Yeah, but the VAs are good and they're doing a really good job.
I even think the dialogue's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's so many anime that are I use this term to describe animation that's very basic, but I also think bubblegum pop is a way to describe so many anime that don't have much substance. The dialogue is just bubblegum pop. It's just quick line after quick line, and there's not a ton of meaning behind it. This show actually has dialogue to it.
It's like Netflix dialogue, basically, is how I refer to it.
Yeah.
Your average Netflix reality show is what it's like to Japanese people, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, and stylistically, the show looks gorgeous. I mean, me and Johnny were talking earlier, and this gives me Fully Cooley vibes, right off the rip.
For sure.
It's kind of hard to follow, the very, very similar art style, the fast movements, things like that. But it's
Gives you what vibes?
fantastic. Fully Cooley.
So Fully Cooley is an anime that came out in 2006, I think, and it's 6 episodes long, but it's very fever dreamish, kind of similar. It's not quite as fever dreamish as this. It's based at least in a real a regular setting, but just crazy weird shit happens. It's a very humor forward show. This show also has a little bit of humor, kind of, tucked in there here and there. This is a little more serious than that. But if you watched it, you would be art style wise, it feels similar to that.
It's almost spot on.
Yeah, I would not be shocked if this was definitely inspired by Fully Cooley. Whoever made this.
For me, it's narrative wise, at least. What was that other insane show that we watched earlier this season with the Indian guy?
With the Indian guy?
Yeah, Indian guy was the main character. They're literally going in dreams and shit.
Sunny? Are you talking about Sunny Boy?
Yes.
Yeah, you're talking about Sunny Boy. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
we watched that on the
sort of
side,
reminding me.
yeah.
Oh, we didn't cover that? I thought we covered that.
Nah, because it was
Yeah,
older. We were watching it from the past.
True. Narratively, it reminds me of that.
That's funny too. I didn't add it to
Yeah.
the news, but there's actually an anime movie coming out this season that's actually from the creator of Sunny Boy.
Oh, no way.
It's literally, I think, about dreams too, which is funny. But
That's
you can tell
awesome.
from the art style, all the characters have that same pointy nose that every Sunny Boy
yeah.
character has. You'd recognize it.
Nice.
You know that knows anywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, this show deals with time travel, a little bit of memory bonanza stuff. It's hard to keep track of are we going back in time? Are we just in a memory? What's actually happening here? I guess they can kind of go hand in hand because you could travel back to when the memory happened, but it's a little bit hard to keep up with. I felt 1 and 2 were kind of slower, and then 3 and 4 felt like they were kind of full speed ahead, especially 3. 3 felt like the winner to me of the bunch of episodes. Maybe it's because the fight scene was definitely the most fun. Episode 4 had a little more emotion to it. Yeah, it's really interesting. Chris, how do you feel about this show though? I mean, like overall, we kind of got Shalhoub.
Oh, I mean, I'm in the same boat as you guys. I have a lot of the same thoughts. I do have to mention the music in the show is also fantastic. We didn't touch on this, but man, like it hits you in the background and it just perfectly flows with the scene. It's by far, they did a really good job picking it out. But yeah, I mean, like the big plot point that I was just kind of the most confused about is like going back to the world now, because it sounded like in, I think it was episode 3, we were talking about he makes the resolve of wanting to escape this bureau, and it doesn't seem like we haven't gotten anything from the previous world again. So I don't even know if that world's still around or what. Yeah. But that's like my biggest like possible plot. Yeah, that's like my biggest plot hole from this whole.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that it's like one of those things where it's like the other memory bureau members are kind of feeding him maybe a little bit of bullshit just for motivation of like, yeah, if you complete your mission, you can go back to your world or whatever. But like maybe it's one of those things where it's like, nah, dude, you're like actually dead, but we just needed you to complete your mission. So, like, we kind of fed you some bullshit so that way you'd have motivation to complete your mission. Because otherwise we go, I'm dead. Why the fuck do I care about fighting these
exactly
monsters?
Like, in the first episode, the green halo chick was like, yeah, you're dead. You can't go back kind of deal. So, I don't know. That plot point is open for me, and I'm very curious about where it goes. But otherwise, I think the show is fantastic.
Yeah. I'm a little confused too, like whose memories were in at all times. I guess episode 4 kind of makes it a little more clear that like sometimes it's not even your own memories, because I don't think that was his memories. But yeah, it's hard to follow. Hopefully, maybe things will make sense as we get down the line. This is only going to be a 10-episode series, I believe, so we're just going to run these episodes into the rest of the season once a week, and this will just be a regular scheduled program. But the quality is there. And that's kind of the Chinese memo right now. Like, they don't release anime unless it's like they're pumping budget into it. The animation's good, the art style's good, like we said, voice acting, music, it's all there. And if they can land the plane on this messy plot, then, it could come together, in a good way. And it could end up being one of those kind of all-time quick anime. Like one night watch anime. We'll see.
Yeah, I worry that it's going to follow too. I think it's going to lead too much on the esoteric side of things, and then it's going to have one of those ending that's open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Which sometimes I think is really stupid and lazy. I worry that might be the case with this one.
I think it can be. I just think there are definitely artists out there, whether it's writers or whatever you want to call them, that go, I have ideas of what could look cool visually and be cool, but I don't want to be tasked with assigning meaning to them. So if I just kind of leave the series kind of open-ended or whatever, then I can leave it up to the individual watcher to like assign their own meaning to things, which, like you said, can be lazy. I think in some cases there can be a balance to it, but like if everybody who watched it is like, I don't even really understand at all what happened. I understand if there's just like, oh, the ending itself was just like one of two things happened. What do you kind of think happened? Like, what do you canonize, like self-canon? But like, when it's like the whole show, you were just kind of confused and you were like, what was that? That's maybe a little too far.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I wrote down the scores for all 4 episodes. They averaged out to an 8.5 for me. I just still think the quality, it was still a fun watch for everything. I think the worst episode got like a 7.8, but the best got a 9.2. Averaged out to like a mid 8 for me. What do you guys think?
Not bad. I give it a 9 flat for this week.
Shoo!
For all 4.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, let me bring us back to earth a little bit. For me, it's a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't an episode that got to 9 for me. Like, it's just there's not enough there yet, in my opinion. If this ends up being a Swiss cheese plot hole, I don't know. I'm not sold yet. I like the animation. I like the voice acting. I don't love the story.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Still an interesting, very intriguing addition to this season, which has been jam packed. Like I haven't even mentioned it this whole season. I've been seeing clips of it's called I Want to Love You Until Your Dying Day. It sounds super romance. It is not at all, apparently. And like some of the clips I've seen look fire, and it has good scores. That could have been another show we added into the slate. But this slate is just too massive. It's just, we gotta at least stick with what we got now. If not, cut Demons of the Shadowrun, which I have as the next show we're going to talk about. Speaking of which, Demons of the Shadowrun, episodes 17 and 18 we're talking about here. What happens here, we get Akio is a full-on traitor, and he gets fucking owned by Gabby. I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce her name, but I'll call her Gabby because it's easier for us. And
yeah,
and then he gets caught by raccoon balls.
Yeah, he does.
The other episode has revealing that Asuma is actually an ally, the creepy-looking son of the Kagemori clan. He's actually an ally, at least sort of, but it seems like we have a lot of sort of allies, so that doesn't even really fully paint a picture for us. And Asa saves fake Asa at the end of that episode, so we'll see what happens there, because there's definitely some disdain going on there. Where are we with Daemons, boys? Chris, I guess Chris just started off on that.
I mean, Daemons to me, like, I get now we're at a more interesting part of the plot development for Daemons. It's still not enough. Like, we're, how many episodes? 18 episodes in, and now we're getting into more nitty gritty stuff, and I'm just like, I'm kind of over it. There were a couple points in the most recent episode, the 18th, that I did like point out that I was like, okay, these are cool, and they connected with me. Like the two birds, the red and the yellow bird, Daemons. I thought that was cool. It reminds me of Shalnark's ability from Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, sure.
With the phone.
Yeah, where he shoots a needle into somebody, and then his phone can like control them from there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, that's cool. That's like a cool little Daemon ability. But other than that, I was like, cool. The Mothman's a friend. The one Daemon, like we kind of assumed that the brother was going to be on their side anyways, or whatever. Like the plot points that they're coming up just kind of feel like nothing. There's like Shalhoub always says, we need more meat and potatoes, and we're not getting it.
Well, I said it last episode, 2 weeks ago, where I said, okay, we are at an interesting crossroads where Yuru is captured and Akio is walking in on Asa in a threatening way. Is something gonna happen? And what happened was Yuru gets bailed out by someone else's Daemon, and Akio just kind of gets handled by Gabby because she never left. I think it's cool to be like that the Jin Kagemori was just too smart. He just outsmarted Akio basically and baited him into going after Asa. And like that's cool. Like that's like a badass moment. He's him, I guess. But like other than that, like it feels like of what consequence? Because now it just feels like, all right, Yuru's safe now, Asa's safe now. Where are we going with this? To their credit, I guess they answered the question you had, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, where you were like, I thought you could only have one partner at a time. They fully explained that, so that's cool for the boss, because his power is pretty cool. Like it's pretty broken, to be honest, but
it's so broken.
Yeah. Shalhoub, how'd you feel? Where are you at?
I mean, shit, you guys pointed out the only two things I thought were cool about this episode, and that was Homeboy having the Daemons that are just like, oh, my Daemons synergize with everything, so I can have as many as I want. Sure, I guess that's cool. It's really annoying that it's broken, and I don't like this character, but whatever. At least it's something. And then like Asa saving Asa, like okay, that was kind of cool too, I guess, but. Again, where did it take us? Like,
exactly.
At what point is something gonna matter in this show? Like, are there gonna be consequences or repercussions for anything that's happened so far?
They try to like dress up. This happens all the time, and not that you have to be Attack on Titan and kill popular characters on the regular for your show to be cool, but like. This show will do something dark and gory by just like killing a nobody in a gruesome way. And act like that's enough to like be like, oh, the stakes are high. But then you're like, we are 18 episodes in and we've never seen like a character of consequence actually die. literally 0. So it's like haven't really
They're all
done
background.
anything.
Yeah, they're all background. They're all goons that are dying crazy so far. So
we
who
also
cares?
get like Uncle Randy's daemons who literally shoot electricity and wind blades, which is cool. That seems pretty just strong. It's just like a combat pair of daemons, which they definitely look like. They look the part. But those are really like the daemons that I thought were worth mentioning. Dude, I don't know, man. I was talking to Chris about this today, and I was like, I'm so on the fence because we're far enough in that like we're 6 episodes away from just being done with season 1, and then we could like maybe not even watch it when it continues. But so it's like stupid to like cut it now because we have only 6 episodes left, but we also have this massive slate. We're adding False Memory. What do? We just added Bleach. Do we cut it?
I mean,
I'm
we
kind
can
of
cut it and like we can cut it and then watch it on our own time if it's good enough that we think we need to mention it. We can do so, but
yeah,
none of us have liked this show so far.
Yeah.
Like, have you liked this show?
No.
I did it first, but like it really died off like quickly. So
I just there's not a ton here. There's not a ton here. It's really not. I haven't really found it very appealing like at all. So
yeah, I mean, I'm down to cut it and then I'll keep watching it until the end, and then we can just do a final review on it if you want. If anything cool happens, I can just mention it, like Shaloub said.
yeah, or if it picks up sooner than later, like if it picks up at the end of this season or maybe early next season, maybe we'll be able to slot it back in. Like if things kind of start happening and they've just been, to be fair, it's so hard to know with these longer series. What if it's written to be kind of a slow start, ramp up, and then it gets going?
Yeah.
The problem is like we can't just hang around forever watching a show that we don't enjoy. That we've all been like, it's just the cleanest 7 out of 10 ever, but it's like doesn't get me up in the morning, doesn't get me out of bed. So I think we do a tepid cut for now, and until things change or we hear that the show's going crazy, like I'm okay to let it go to the wayside for now because it's the worst show I've been watching this season.
I agree.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cut on Daemons. Finally. Took us long enough.
Do
Should
we-
have cut it last
Do we
week.
even want? Do we even want to score those 2 episodes?
I gave it a 7 flat with those 2, even though there was some fun stuff.
Or was a 6.8 for both.
Yeah, I averaged 6, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like we saw some cool stuff, but it's just like stuff of not consequence. Like,
Do we
and then
care?
when the episode was over, I was just like, oh, okay. Got it. You always know class by the way a man wipes his ass. Chris, keep that in. That's where you pick up the.
I don't
the
understand
episode.
why. Some people try to say like, "Oh, I don't like my butt to be wet afterwards." It's like, how wet do you think these wipes
Yeah,
are?
grow up.
grow up. You ever had a sweaty asshole? It's not even nearly as bad as that.
All right. So anyway,
True.
Daemons, poo. We're out. Poo.
Stink.
Stinky
P.U.
duty. All right, that takes us to our next show, One Piece, episode 1172 and 1173. In the first one, we get nightmare creatures appearing and Loki swinging Ragnir, which was fun, cool to see, pretty on the eyes. Then we get the crisis with the giant children in the second episode, and Loki collapsing where he needs to be healed, all that stuff. How do we feel? You know, Shaloub, we go to you on One Piece stuff because me and Chris are read up and learned about what's to come. Where you at?
Well, loved the episodes. That being said, One Piece is definitely doing its One Piece thing with the pacing. So, could both of these episodes been half of an episode? Probably.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But still fun. I mean, we're moving along. We're getting there.
They do the One Piece thing where they show like the same thing from like 7 different angles, and it's just no dialogue or anything, but it's just music, and then they just keep jumping.
Yeah.
And that's like 45 seconds. You're like, that could have been just the 8-second clip. That was the first one. I got it.
Yeah, it's like one frame for every measure of bum bum bum.
Yeah.
Bum 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 bum.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Chrissy, where are you at? What do you think about One Piece?
I'm in the same boat as Shaloub. I mean, there's nothing much to really talk about other than what happened.
Yeah, but John explained it all immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen.
Like.
Okay. I will say there was still some cool stuff nonetheless. Seeing Saul armament hockey punch the fuck out of that serpent, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then seeing, I don't know, just seeing the nightmare creatures which are coming from Killingham, pretty intriguing. They actually look different than I thought.
Yeah, they do.
They don't look how they looked in the manga necessarily, which makes sense.
I like them more.
Yeah, they're kind of like drawn. They look like
Yeah.
drawn creatures.
Were they not that way in the manga?
No,
They
look,
were, but not to
More
like that
detailed?
extent.
these are a little more goofy than they were in the manga.
Yeah.
They looked a little
They're more like
menacing.
cartoony.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Which makes sense. These are coming from children's dreams and their fears, so they would
Right.
be a little more cartoony. You would
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I mean, I will say it was a fun way of them explaining Homeboy's power with the dreams when when he's just like, oh, this needs salt. Make that guy
Yes.
just like pull salt out of his dream.
And
Yeah,
that's
like,
just
all
good
right.
writing. Like without having somebody explain it, but just showing it like organically through conversation is like that's
You know
just
how
good
he,
writing.
you know how he like show don't tell for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, okay. So you can kind of tell at the end of the second episode, we are about to catapult into backstory. We're kind of setting up for that. We're about to learn about Loki and Hajrudine's father, who is considered the greatest ruler in Elbaf's history. We're about to learn more about him, which is going to be pretty fun. We're going to learn some key things, and then we'll end up in like some very spicy territory once we get deeper into those backstories. But I think that'll be more interesting than what we've been seeing on Elbaf so far.
It should be.
But this is kind of where it kicks off. We get cool backstory, then we go back to Elbaf, and shit will be going off pretty quick, I think, once we get back. So it's a good time for it. I think we're going to leave off on a cliffhanger in a couple weeks here with these backstories. But I think we're about to enter the more exciting part. I think seeing some history of Elbaf would be really cool.
Yeah, I like it, but it's very much Velveeta. It's what you expect. It tastes good. The nutritional value may not be there, but
Dude, I wonder too, like, I can't go back, but like, I felt like Egghead got up and going faster than this. Like,
It did.
And Egghead, because in the back half of Egghead, we were like, every week we were like, shit's going ham. Like, shit is.
well, the back
hype.
half. Yeah, but we're only 20 episodes into Elbaf so far, if that.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess
but
this
wasn't
season's-
Egghead only
huh?
40 episodes total?
Oh no, we did.
I think we're like 10 episodes in Elbaf, but still, I mean, I remember the first.
No, we're actually
6 to
are almost
9.
20. We actually are almost 20.
Are we really?
Yeah, because we had
I remember,
last
like, the
season, and now
first-
we're 7 into this season or whatever.
The first 10 or so episodes of Egghead were definitely kind of.
I mean, that's every arc, but it felt like this one's been maybe a little longer on that. Like, because we're closing in on 20. 20.
Weirdly enough, I've enjoyed it. Maybe I just like the Viking aesthetic more than Egghead.
True.
I don't know. I've
It's
enjoyed it.
True.
definitely a cooler atmosphere, and just like and also just like in terms of importance. I know Vegapunk was on Egghead, but Viking, like the Elbathians, the giants, we've been hearing and seeing about giants since all the
For
way
like
back in the
1,000
East.
episodes. Yeah.
Since
So-
Little Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's
so,
a nostalgia factor.
I don't know. I think we have some exciting stuff to come. What do we score these two at least? Like most recent.
Actually,
I'm 7. I couldn't get up to 8.
Yeah.
I was 7.6 for both.
I was 7.8 on the average, so we're kind of on the same range. Like, it's still kind of setting up shit, but like not a ton of shit happening. Not enough happening per episode to get us Randy in the shorts. So there we go. That'll take us to our next episode. By the way, I haven't been doing this in the right order. I just kind of wrote these in weird order, so whatever. Sparks of Tomorrow's next, so that's what's happening. So change your brains
You're
over
killing
to that.
Oh, God.
Sparks of Tomorrow, episode 5 and 6, pretty fun ones. I thought episode 5 was really cute. I thought episode 6 was really fun. Episode 5 is the Lieb machine, which basically means love machine. And then episode 6 was the Electric Instruments machine, the concert episode. So what do we think about these? Chrissy, you've been higher, I feel like, than everybody on this show. We've all liked it, but you've been higher, the highest.
Really liking the show. The first one, made me fucking chuckle, dude. When Mizoe and his bodyguard buddy were like in love, like realizing his feelings for each other. I got a good chuckle out of it. Other than that, I was like, this bro's just a fucking sadist. He just wants to get electrocuted to like say his love or whatever. Or it is dumb, but you know, funny overall. I love the way that they kind of flow through the inventions each episode. It's really cool. But yeah, that first one got a couple good chuckles out of me. The second one, not so much. I just felt it was just really jam bandy. I was like, oh, we're just starting a band now. It's just like cool, and then just hearing the instruments just sounding like actual, like electric instruments. I was like, whatever, you know, feels fine. Like I wanted them to like sound more like what they actually do, but they just kind of put electrical instruments in there, Shalhoub. I see the face you're making.
Well, because I have the entirely opposite opinion on this. I mean, I liked the second episode a lot more than the first one, and it's precisely because of like they don't know what the hell they're doing. Like they're just figuring this out. And the only thing about this show is like it's still very cute, very very cheesy in a lot of ways. I just hope it doesn't become. I think John mentioned this the last time we did this, like new invention of the week. Like, is that what this is going to turn into?
It has been.
It has.
So it's gonna start to lose me if that's what it is. Like, I need more, like, narrative development overall. I need more stakes. I always say it, but I need more fucking stakes.
I agree. I do feel like they've done it fairly well though. Like, and maybe this is me kind of meeting in the middle of like, I don't want invention of the week, but like, they're doing it kind like organically enough where it's like. The show is not, Sparky driven. He's not even really the main character. So it's not like every episode is like, what's he working on? Oh, he's trying to make this new invention, and then that trickles over. It's kind of like stuff happens, and then like, oh, maybe coincidentally, he's already been working on something that just kind of, which I don't love the convenience aspect of that. It just feels like he's always working on the perfect thing for what the, what the outside factors require from him, and it's like just a little too convenient. But I don't know. I feel like it's just. I thought he would be like he's the poster child for this show, and he's like barely even the main. He may be by default the main character, but like not really.
It doesn't feel like it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we haven't even gotten like a huge deep dive into his actual backstory yet.
For sure, definitely.
Give me anything from him.
And I wonder what's going to happen because, like, his brother went to war, right? So it's possible, like, his brother's been dead all this time and he's been working on this, electrical catalog. But, so I don't know if it's ever going to get darker, deeper than what it is so far. Listen, it's goofy, though. Like, the show has charm. You can't deny that. I mean, it has the production quality behind it. It does these trippy-ass sequences every episode, which are, like, crazy.
The animation's great. Like, they put a lot of work into the animation, and I'll definitely give them their flowers for that.
Yeah. So I had
it looks so good.
I had some funny notes in addition to just like the generic stuff. So we get a crazy Naruto reference. Chris, do you remember the Naruto reference? Because I wrote Naruto reference, and now I'm like trying to think of it. And I'm like, oh no, all I wrote was Naruto reference. I should have written.
In the first one or the second one?
I want to say first.
I don't.
But I don't feel good about it. I just wrote down Naruto reference, and I remember seeing it and thinking it was really funny, and then I just.
Now here's a question: Would your answer have changed if he said the second episode?
I would have tried harder to remember it. First one was over a week ago, whereas the
you actually because he actually did watch it a week ago.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It was just about the effort I was gonna put into trying to figure it out.
Also, like low key on the first episode, episode 5, blonde girl likes tall girl, right? Like that's like a thing they were pushing like hard when Homeboy wanted to borrow the love machine because he wanted to confess his love to the friend that they all have, Suzu. Blonde girl was like jealous because she was like, I love Suzu. Like I don't like, you know what I mean? Like this guy's kind of coming in on my territory. Like I don't know if that'll culminate in anything. If that episode wasn't going to culminate in anything, really, like literally anything at all, then like. I guess it probably never will. This will just be a classic anime blue ball situation. But Interesting. And then we get to when Mizue, I think it's an episode, the first episode, Mizue is just being a tool trying to steal an invention or whatever, sneak in. They pick him, one of the guys picks him up literally by his butt cheeks. He's literally like holding his butt cheeks while he's squirming and then just like throws him in the street. I was
Goofy.
like, that's crazy. It's crazy. You can't just carry a man off by his butt cheeks.
Well, he did deserve it. He did deserve it.
The only thing from the concert that put me off, the instruments, no problem. Whatever. Where's the screamo coming from? We're like we just get like screamo vocals in the middle of this fucking like death metal, whatever you. Shalhoub would know terminology better than I know. Maybe screamo is not necessarily the terminology for it, but
It's like metalcore.
Metalcore like vocals, and I'm just like, what? Where? Who's singing that? I don't know who here is singing that. It doesn't even make sense. But I still had fun
telling
during
me
the concert.
our little bug was singing that? No chance.
Could have been.
Don't say hour. Okay, hour's too strong. Your little bug, maybe. if you want to go down that lane. There you go. That's what I got. Okay, good. What do we think for scores for Sparks of Tomorrow? Anybody?
I was a 7.8.
Shalhoub.
Yeah, I didn't quite make it to an 8 either.
Okay. I made it to 8.2. I got just over. I thought both were fun. I kind of found myself being a little bored at times, but I didn't really find myself being too bored at either of them for different reasons. Got me over an 8. All right, next up, The Ghost in the Shell. It's The Ghost in the Shell, by the way. Apparently that's a key distinction because the original series is called just Ghost in the Shell, so that's how you'll know which one you're talking about. Anyway, we just watched the new one. I watched both just now. So we get the Mission in the North, and we also get Toru Soma Revenge episode. Both of those pretty intriguing for their own reasons. How do you feel about these? Shalhoub, we'll go to you first.
I found the first one a little tougher to follow than the second. I just feel like things happen so fast in this fucking show, and like I'm still not quite sure what the stakes are. I know there are stakes. Don't get me wrong. I just don't quite understand them yet. Especially in the second episode, like I really thought what Motoko, is that her name? I really thought she was gonna have her head smashed in by that giant robot at the end.
Oh, Kusanagi.
And then,
Kusanagi.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden she just kind of gets saved like right when you think she's gonna die.
Yeah.
So I want the plot armor is interesting in this show so far.
It's there. It exists. There's no denying it.
It definitely exists. So I still like it. I still really enjoy the aesthetic. I like the throwback '90s anime type, style that they're going for. Yep. So I just don't know how much of the substance is grabbing me yet. Maybe I'm just missing a lot of things, and maybe it's going over my head. But I don't know.
Kind of in the same boat with you, Shalhoub. Like there's definitely like, especially on the faster episodes, like the previous one, I felt like it was so hard to follow, and it couldn't grab me as easily. The animation looks great. Don't get me wrong. The action scenes are fine. It's just
fine.
Still,
fine's not right.
You know what I meant.
They're better than fine.
They're good.
They're really good.
They're solid. Yeah. But I'm talking about like overall like actual understanding the plot. It's very, very tough to do.
It's definitely a little bit of like mission of the week. We're getting mission of the week right now. I don't know if it'll turn into more than that.
Yeah, I'm just curious what the overarching plot is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we even the good guys? Like, I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering. But like, to be fair, and we talked about this earlier, I almost want to at least extend my hand to Ghost in the Shell that like, this does not seem like it's going to wrap up in 12 episodes. That it's more likely that this is like a 24 episode show.
To the Ghost in the Shell?
The Ghost in the Shell. Thank you. And so we just watched Trigun Stampede, which we didn't love, but like similarly, season 1 felt very Goon of the Week, and then season 2, you got definitely a bigger sense of where are we going. We're heading towards knives. It kept, you know what I mean? Like it had like the second half kind of got there.
I liked Stampede. I did not like Stargaze at all.
True. Yeah, we all like Stampede more than Stargaze. But I wonder if just similarly, this is supposed to be more true to the manga, and maybe it was just more popular writing style at the time. Maybe it was a fad at the time where it was be a little more jumbled in the first half, and in the second half, you tie it all together. And so if these are both remakes of older shows from a similar era in time, it makes me wonder if like that's where we're headed with this, and that this is whatever of the week, and then when we get to the second half, whatever the next season, whenever that will be, it might be like there's like a true big bad, a true syndicate of we cannot nail them down. They're too good. Like they're one step ahead of us. I don't know. But at least the quality is good enough here that like it's still a pretty fun watch week to week anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could definitely see it turning into just like Saturday morning cartoons type show.
Yeah, definitely. Like the first episode I thought was fun. We get Bato character development, which is cool. He's kind of been our secondary MC to Kusanagi, with one of his friends dying in the line of duty, and then kind of getting revenge in that mission. It wasn't the emotion didn't hit too hard for me, just because I didn't even recognize that guy, but like something.
But we
there.
like Bato.
Yeah, we do like Bato.
Definitely.
Yep. That fight scene was sick when Bato fights whatever his name was. I can't remember his name, but whatever. When
Who
Bato
cares?
fights that guy.
Coil.
Yeah. Oh, Boyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coil.
And then the second episode, I thought the second episode was the best episode we've got yet, because it had the most like tangible. I felt like something to hold on to from this show yet, where it's like, this is a guy that Kusanagi has run into before. She couldn't get him. He wants revenge. It just, I don't know, it just felt, and also you tie into the fact that Kusanagi had like a love interest kind of tied in here. It was pretty quick. It was out of nowhere, but still, I thought it added a little bit of interest to the episode. So I thought this was like the most fun episode.
And also at the end, like, did they get Anaconda? Like, because that felt so vaguely explained to me. Because like at the end of the day, like because Homeboy was just like, oh, we let a huge guy slide, and then she was like, no, this is what we set the party up for. We got him. I was like, what? How?
Yeah, she basically just like, Section 9 already did that like a week ago kind of deal.
I was like, I'm so confused. You just did that off screen, and you expect us to just swallow it and be like, all right, who's the next bad guy?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
I hate that.
I was thrown for a loop with Kusanagi being a brunette this episode.
Yes, she didn't have her blue hair, which is why I was like,
I was thrown for a loop. I was like, who is this? And then like we got into it. And I was like,
the voice kind of gave it away pretty quick.
The voice does give it away, yeah. But she also just has like, if you're watching the dubs, just like standard anime girl voice actor.
A little bit. This show, the quality's incredible. I even made note of it. I was like, the show has like 0 dips. Like, even False Memory, that we were kind of like giving props to the quality. False Memory at times is like, things don't move, but then when they want to go ham, they go ham. This show can go ham, and even when it's not going ham, it still just looks, there's no dips where you're like, oh, that was kind of ugly. That it doesn't exist in this show. Like, the quality is truly like high level.
Yeah, there's no lazy frames.
Nothing. There's nothing there. So I had the same questions you guys did. I literally wrote, is it a little too easy right now? Just feels like Section 9 just fucking like can't miss. They just like always get the job done. Like, I almost want them to fail once, so that way we're like, okay, they're human. Like, they can. Well, they're not human, but.
Well, they're not.
but like, okay,
they can get
got. Yeah. They can get got. Like, they're not perfect. It kind of feels like every time, even in this episode, when it felt like shit was against the wall, where Kusanagi was getting chased down by Toru Soma, and like back against the wall, like just kind of wiggle out of it. Someone shows up at the last second and kind of gets her out of it. Like,
they literally even say like, "Oh, that was lucky."
Yeah, right. Like, just to like kind of spit in our faces too.
It's like, are you making fun of us? Yeah.
I still enjoyed it though. At the end of the day, I gave the episodes an 8.4. I like these. These were good.
Really putting that whiteboard to use.
Oh,
yeah, it really is.
Just sweet Bippy.
I was an 8.2 on this week.
Cool. Salute.
I'm going strong with the 7s.
Yeah, you really are. I'm kind of shocked because I actually maybe I was just really jonesing for anime because I was gone for a full week. So I was just like really raring to go. So everything kind of was always going to please me a little more than average, but whatever. All right, we gotta barrel through the rest of these pretty quick. Elusive Samurai, episode 15 to 16. Shaluber, you caught up on Elusive Samurai?
No, I'm not.
Okay, cool. Okay. Me and Chris will talk for a second, okay?
It's
Play with your
so
toys.
much.
Play with your toys in the corner, and me and Chris will talk. And silence him, Chris. Chris, silence him in the chat. All right. We get 2 episodes. In the first episode, we kind of get like the reveal of like an actual battle. Finally, we've kind of been ramping up towards like a war, and we actually finally get like the start of like a real war type battle, which is cool. In the second episode, we get a couple of like new. Actually, I think in the first episode, we get a couple of new allies revealed, and they'll be important here in the second episode. Because in the second episode, we get a bunch of sneaky war tactics, which are pretty cool. I like the mind side of this, where it's like, okay, they're thinking this, so we do this to catch them off guard. All that. And it's like both sides are trying to like best each other. And then just getting our MCs resolve, our elusive samurais resolve too, was a cool moment there. So just I love it. Like honestly, these episodes did not look good. The first episode looked really good. These episodes did not look great, but I still thought there was enough. Just like at least stuff is happening. Like we complain about these shows where it looks pretty but nothing's happening. This is the opposite. Like it doesn't look as good as the other ones because their budget is limited, but stuff is actually happening, which is exciting. So, Chris, where'd you land on these?
I was a 7.8 for both of these.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. The big point of contention that I really had with this, between the 2 episodes, I guess, was Ayako thinking her dad died to then him coming out of the woods and being fine in the first episode, in the like first 5 minutes of the episode. I wanted a little bit more stakes in this war. If maybe he was injured or something.
I get it.
I don't know. I wanted a little something extra, but you know, it is what it is. It's just something small to nitpick.
I knew it wasn't when it first started because we didn't even meet him. They might kill him, but the fact they didn't even like actually show him on screen yet and kill him, I was like, he's not dead. So I like unfortunately my adult brain took over and I was just like, I know what they're doing here. He ain't dead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, other than that, you kind of hit the nail on the head with everything else. It didn't look fantastic, but it's still solid all around.
The comedy's on point. Yurishige, when he did that like fake, like I am a god appearing to save the day, like shit's funny as fuck. When they shoot the zoomed out part and he's just kind of dancing like a fucking idiot and nobody else is moving, the crowd's just silent, and it's just like shit hits, man. I think the comedy of the show is legit. Uno being a virgin, that shit made me laugh out loud. Like actually so hard. Died. He's the manliest man, and he's basically like, you know, I got this manly. I'm a 30-year-old virgin.
Yeah, he's like,
by refusing to acknowledge the other sex, I have been able to focus all my energy into becoming the strongest warrior possible. Shit got me so good because it's like even the 10-year-old kids are like making fun of him for kind of being like pathetic. Great. Yeah, and we just get an actual battle, which is fun. That's the part that I think is more intriguing. We've kind of been getting towards this point where we actually have to win wars. We actually have to take back land to reclaim our section of Japan. So, yeah, I didn't go too crazy. I'm an 8.1, a little higher than you, but that's probably because like the humor just like really got me in these episodes. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's done there. We're gonna move on to Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War. I know Shalhoub was up on Bleach. He had to be. It's his favorite show of all time. Episode 42, episode 43 of 1,000-Year Blood War. Shalhoub, you're still awake, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like it.
Jesus Christ. I need a little more out of you, Shalhoub.
I don't like this show. I do not like this show. I do not want green eggs and ham to say my name.
All right. In 42, honestly, 42 completely shits on 43. 42, we get Kisuke Urahara's Bankai, which we've literally never seen in the show, even though Kisuke is in the show like 20 episodes in or whatever, which is crazy. Been long awaited. Everybody's been excited about it. We also get Ichigo and Orihime versus Uebaha. That's a whole bunch of just classic MC versus Big Bad. Like literally nothing happens, but of course we're just leading up to the point where Ichigo decides to go full power, and then it's a real fight. I've said this for a long time. I've been saying this for months. And like when I said it, I feel like Chris made a face like I never thought about it, but like that's so true. I'm like the worst part of Bleach is when Ichigo's on screen. Like, the worst part of Bleach is when your main character's on screen because like fucking who cares? He's the most boring MC ever. He's like, I'll just fight because I gotta.
He's always training for something. It's like, when are you gonna actually just whoop some ass?
Yeah. So yeah, at least I thought the first episode was fun. The second episode is just Valkyrie versus everybody. Like Valkyrie's fighting like 8 different Soul Reapers right now. His power's pretty broken. Kind of shocking. Like low-key, Bleach be doing this with their power scaling where like some characters like just get dogged in a one-on-one and then some characters be like, oh, it took 8 Soul Reaper captains to beat him. Wow, I guess he's like insane. Even though he's like technically the same rank as the other guy who got 1v1 by a Soul Reaper captain. Whatever. It's fun. It's kind of goofy, the Valkyrie stuff. That's basically all that happens in that second episode. What do we think? Shalhoub, you've been sitting on the sidelines for a minute here. Go off on Bleach here for a sec.
6.
6?
Wow.
I'm not nearly as invested in these characters as you
Sure,
guys. Clearly,
sure.
like I don't quite understand the power scaling still. Like,
To be fair, and to be fair to Shalhoub, to anybody watching, Shalhoub had to catch up on Bleach like in the last couple of months just because we knew this was coming.
like the last month, basically.
Me and Chris at like 15 years old or whatever, we're watching Bleach on Toonami and shit. So like we have a little more investment into these characters. It's still not a ton. Like we said, like Ichigo's like the worst. Not the worst. He's not the worst. He's just like blah. He's just boring. Like he's just there.
Yeah.
But he's your MC, so like you don't want your most on-screen character to be blah.
I feel like I liked him so much more in the beginning of the show than I do currently.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a different take. I mean, people probably today will still, even though the quality of Thousand Year Blood War is so much higher, people will still probably tell you that the Soul Society arc is the best arc in Bleach, even though it came out in 2010, and you know the quality is fine.
Yeah, the animation quality has been pretty damn fucking good. I mean,
It looks
straight
beautiful.
up 9 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just I don't care.
we have a lot of that. We have a lot of that this season. I mean, we're talking about fucking Ghost in the Shell. Where's the stakes? But it looks beautiful. Sparks of Tomorrow looks beautiful. But are we ever gonna get past just, Invention of the Week? Damon's looks good quality, but like nothing's happening. One Piece. We haven't got a ton of stuff in Elbap. Like we haven't got a lot of that this season.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
a lot of shows that we're watching, sorry to cut you off, Shalhoub. For a lot of shows that we're watching, there's just a lot of really prettiness, but like nothing's really going on.
Right. It's like a really pretty pinata, and then you beat it open, and it's nothing but almond joys.
Oh no!
And I like
No.
almond joy,
You're not a Mounds boy.
but I can't eat that many almond joys. I need something else.
Yeah, I can eat like 2 almond joys and then I'm like going to sleep.
Oh, I could put like 4 of
I'm
them down.
fucking
That's
Can't even
better.
touch one. Don't
I'm
even
so
give me an
washed,
almond
it's
joy.
crazy.
That's how you know you're getting old, when you recognize almond joys as good candy.
Dude, don't, come on. Dude, I just got back from camp where I was like, I lived with 13-year-olds for a fucking week, and they just, you know what happened? Literally all week was just 13-year-olds telling me why I'm unk. Like, that's literally what this week was.
Yeah, as they should.
Come on, bro.
As they should.
Dude, you got
You
flamed
are
this
on.
week.
I did get
And
flamed.
embrace it.
I did
You
get
don't have
flamed.
any
And
choice.
then, you know
at
what I
this
said?
point.
I said, lights off, we're going to bed. It's bedtime. Hunk is decided.
Waking up at 4:30 for the polar bear plunge.
Jeez.
All right. Anything you want to add, Chris?
I wrote 2 things for the second episode, and that's it. And I wrote, I reject ... Bleach as a series. And then
Nice.
that was just making fun of Orihime. And then I wrote the height jokes got me good.
Yeah.
When they were like,
They're
making
good.
fun of
Okay, I
Mbappe.
will say
Yeah.
that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Byakuya and Hitsugaya together, that's so good because Byakuya is so dry as a character that like him actually kind of making a joke. Actually, I don't even think he meant to make a joke on purpose. He was just saying it something straightforward and then he realized it was kind of disrespectful, so he tried to walk it back. That got me. That was good. That's just good writing comedically. But yeah, Hitsugaya is the potential man of Bleach. He is the Fushiguro of Bleach in that we've always wanted his short ice-wielding self to be like him. He's never been him. He never will be him. He always like
Yeah.
is talked up like he's the next coming of like he's gonna be the best captain ever, and like he always gets dogged. His ice starts fading too early. He runs out of ice. Great, because like what's the classic anime trope? You freeze somebody. Oh, they're so strong they just break the ice. They just fucking flex their muscles and they break the ice. That's him. That's literally him in a nutshell. Freeze somebody, break the ice. You're a pussy, man. You're weak. I like Hitsugai is not him. Potential man through and through. Sorry, Hitsugai. I just had to roast you for like 45 seconds. Or he might low key. I will say maybe for the first time, other than straight up healing people, or he may actually kind of putting in work. Like she's actually helping Ichigo fight. Like she's protecting him from taking attacks that he otherwise would be taking straight to the face. Still not, sorry, Chad. Like, Chad's just getting it. Chad does nothing. Chad's never done anything, but, like, whatever. And then...
I thought there was a pretty unintentionally funny moment when Ichigo holds his fucking sword up to the big bad. He's like, I will defeat you. It's like, yeah, you fucking won't. Shut the fuck up. You're about to get your ass whooped so bad.
Yes.
Yeah, we all know the ass whooping coming before anything else.
It'll be here. I mean, he's always getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
He always gets his ass kicked.
It doesn't even... Yeah, I don't know. Bleach is dumb. That being said, they're really pretty, and seeing Kisuke's Bankai for the first time, really sick. He's always been... He's like the Kakashi of Bleach, to be honest. So yeah.
Is that 8.0?
8.0, yeah. That's a hot dog, actually. 8-point hot dog. What do you guys think for this episode?
I was a 7.8.
Yeah, okay. We're right there. Shalhoub, I think you're a 6, probably.
No, I mean, I will say I got up to a 7 just because it was so pretty, just because it was a feast for the eyes.
Yeah.
The battle scenes were fun.
To be fair, you don't have to love what we're watching right now. I'm pretty sure the next 10 episodes, or whatever, the last 9 episodes we're about to watch, which are supposed to basically finish all of Bleach, are going to be a feast for the eyes. It's going to be fights every episode. So, like, even if you're not, like, that invested, you're going to be like, that was kind of fun to watch still. So.
Yeah.
All right, Jadugar. We're actually getting to some substance. Little less style. A lot of more substance, but still some style. Episode 6 and 7, we get Toragane's backstory, and her joining officially with Sitara. Like, fully going in and being like, we're working together. Me and you. We're taking down this fucking country. Or this whatever you call the Mongols, because they're nomads, so it's kind of weird to call them a country, but you know what I mean. Then we get this and then in the second episode we get the Mongol Council, where it's kind of just what's the future for Mongols. They want, like, the Ka'an wants to build a capital city, and then everybody else wants to worry about war plans, taking down their enemies, because that's what they're known for. That's what Genghis Khan kind of built them up to be. And then we get the plans. We get, like, actual plans between Toragane and Sitara to actually cause the downfall. This is the first time it felt like Sitara has been a cog in the machine. She hasn't really had the power to really, like, she's kind of been going with the flow for a while. It feels like finally we're in a position where, like, we can make moves to affect outcomes, which is exciting. Who wants to talk? Whoever wants to talk. Somebody talk.
Yeah, I mean, so what were Chris? What was the name of that other nomad country from the first episode, where we get the backstory on
Merkits.
The Merkits.
Yeah.
That was fun. I really liked that episode.
I did
was
too.
really, really good. That was easily the stronger episode for me of the two.
Agreed.
Not that I didn't like the second episode, but I really loved the backstory of, the other steppe tribes and shit that, like, the Mongols had to crush in order to get to the point where they are now, and how they just totally took a last stand. We're like, fuck it, we're gonna die. We're just gonna go die swinging,
Yeah, we're gonna get all of our ladies into the actual upper levels of the Mongol Empire, and then we're gonna go try and escape and fuck off and die.
Yep. Yeah, because they weren't gonna be slaves to the fucking Mongols, and I don't blame them. Go out swinging. And I really enjoy, like, as someone who really enjoys history, they've been following the Mongol history, like, pretty fucking accurately so far. I love the War Council, where they're talking about how to carve up China, and, like, and, like, they're finally getting into the Civil War aspect of it, where it's like, because in real life, like, there was a civil war between, like, the current Khan, I can't pronounce his name, and Tolui.
Yeah.
to where
Ogadai?
eventually
Ogadai.
Ogadai, yeah. To where I believe like historically Tolui ends up fucking getting crushed, even though he's the more popular military guy right now. So I'm curious if they're gonna follow that. I wonder if they're gonna go into a revisionist history part of this. Either way, I like it. I think they're doing a good job. So
I think they're setting it up like Torgane and Sitara are going to somehow manipulate Tolui into believing, like basically playing into his hubris of thinking he can kind of go and fuck up anybody, and basically convince him that he can like conquer an enemy, but like they low key know like they don't have the guts, or not
just
the
have him
guts,
die in battle or
yeah,
some shit.
basically convince him into going into a battle that he can't win, and then shave off a big third of the country of the.
I don't even
empire.
think it'll be that. I don't even think it'll be like that. I genuinely think that they're gonna plant seeds with the other brothers and force the other brothers to rebel against Tolui.
Yeah, it may
instead.
not. It may not even be that direct. It may be low key to like just kind of plant the seed enough where like they just kind of make every brother think they're right. So Tolui thinks he's right, and they need to be more war centric. Ogadai thinks he's right, and he needs to build a capital. And third brother, whatever he believes in, and they all kind of just go in separate divisions. If the Mongol Empire was all one, it'd be too strong for another country to defeat. But if they're separated into three, then they can be taken down in those individual factions. I think that's where we're leading.
I hope that's what happens, because that is what happens in real life, essentially. So
yeah,
cool if they just work it in somehow.
Yeah, I love Torgane's arc too. Her her arc of just like I'm just a gemstone. Like I'm literally just like a piece of jewelry on the hand of whoever owns me currently, and like that's okay. To like now she has fully come full circle to being like, no, I'm more than that. We can, like, I can have more effect than just being, jewelry basically to a leader somewhere. So love that. You get a really another sad outcome of war. You kind of touched on that, Shalhoub, with the Merkits, for sure. Sad outcome, but like also a noble outcome. So you still have respect for it. And then you get the origin of her Jada Stone, whatever how it's pronounced, too, which makes sense because like we were kind of like, why is a fucking rock from a fucking lamb's stomach like so important?
Kidney stones.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Like, why the fuck should she give a fuck about this? That's nasty. If someone put that in my hand, I'd throw it. I'd be like, I need some soap. Somebody give me some soap.
Ew.
Hey man, they summon thunderstorms, all right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do apparently. So, good stuff, dude. Jadagar continues to impress. It's not quite on Nippon Sengoku level for me, but it's like 90% of Nippon Sengoku for me.
I wouldn't go 90, but it's Nippon Sengoku is different.
I know. Dude,
yeah, Nippon Sengoku hits.
Most episodes for Nippon Sengoku we were giving 9s. Most Jadagar episodes we're giving like 8.5s. That's like 90%. It's true. Basically. So that's kind of where I'm getting numbers from. Anyway, 8.4 for me on Jadagar. Pretty good.
Wow, you and I on the money today. 8.4 on that one as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I got an 8.
Sweet. All right, Mushoku Tensei. We got to get to it. This is good stuff. Mushoku Tensei, first episode. We get an actual mission where we are reunited with Sarah. A little bit awkward. Then we also get Eris at the last second making Sword King. Just a quick clip where Eris officially makes Sword King. Pretty fun. Want to stay on that. Hopefully they keep going back to her until we're actually like officially reunited. Second episode, we get progress on world teleportation. That's really like the main thing. There's other like side shit going on, but like the main thing is like we actually get the discovery that like we're making progress, and they teleport a freaking watermelon from the real world. Pretty cool. Good for her. I hope that doesn't mean bad repercussions for Rudius. Like, what if something happened where Rudius was forced to go back to the real world?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking as well.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to think about that.
I don't either, but like that's kind of what I thought about a little bit. Especially since he wasn't even like fully in control of that spell they casted. You know what I mean? Like, what if something happened where some recoil happened and took him back to the human world?
Dude, how funny would it be if they just like summoned a gun to like take care of Orsted?
I don't know if
Just
it's,
a
I don't
lot.
think it's strong enough, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if it is. or
Rudius
not,
can
but-
just fucking fire a fucking giant drill at the speed of a
Yeah,
bullet.
that's true,
Like, what the
that's
fuck
true.
a regular bullet
That is
doing?
All right, summon a
It's like,
nuke.
what-
Yeah, for real. That's what it might actually take. You might have to marrow him. Might have to Netero that marrow him ass bitch.
Right?
summon Netero.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as he was about to die. What the fuck?
What we think here? What we think on Mushko Tensei? Chris, lead us off here.
I mean, you hit all the points I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I do really like the summoning progress there. But I did like the closure in the first episode, kind of like the culmination of that story. It was nice, but overall, both episodes are slow again. I mean, we've been talking about this. Mushoku Tensei has been fairly slow for a couple episodes now.
Come on now.
But
You're really not going to bring up the cat fight? I thought you'd be all over that.
oh, I mean, I thought the casting for the cat fight was funnier than anything else, but I didn't like the cat fight was like nothing. They didn't actually show the fighting, so like, what does that matter?
But you got Rudy fucking commentating, which was hilarious. And
Oh,
Yeah.
come on,
getting
Chris. You literally
one
sent me
for
a
it.
great meme today. With the
Oh, I
fucking-
did send you that meme today.
Where
Yeah.
it's literally like Rudius and the two dudes that Rudius is friends with at school, basically being Joe Rogan and the other UFC commentators, while the cats are fighting on the top screen. I'll send it to you. Actually, it's really good.
I can't believe you didn't send that to our chat. What the hell's
I
wrong
thought I
with you?
did.
Maybe you did. And I didn't look at it.
I did send it to your chat.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Can we
really
just,
good.
can we acknowledge how fucking perfectly this show is paced?
So
though?
good, man.
Yeah.
Like the pacing is perfect.
Dude, Shalhoub, just you
Kinda
don't even have to
see
see. Oh man, it's gonna be hard with the.
I get the gist
You
of
get
what's
the gist.
happening.
It's Rudy. It's yeah. There you go.
That's pretty
It's
good.
It's
Yeah.
like
Pretty good.
literally
It's funny.
it's Joe Rogan, the commentators like freaking out while they're just punching each other. It's
Yeah,
great.
that's
It's
It is
classic.
funny.
That's good stuff. But yeah, and then the pacing is fucking great. You might think it's a little slow right now, but normally I'm the guy who shits on something like that, and I think it's been really fucking solid.
I thought this was good. I have a lot of respect for them tying up the loose end of Sarah. Like that was a loose end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And low key, they also got me too. I thought for a second they might be leaning towards like getting Sarah in on this harem.
No.
And they steered away from it. They scared me in a good way. I felt like they almost did
Right.
it on purpose because like
Oh, in a very good
yeah.
way.
and this is kind of going back to False Memory. The dialogue is so good. That conversation with Rudy and Sarah is like so real. You have the awkwardness of Rudy feeling uncomfortable talking to somebody that he has attempted to be sexually intimate with, but like it didn't work out, and like just having that open conversation of I had a condition. The two women I'm with now helped me with that condition, and I feel bad that you didn't know about my condition at the time. And like the dialogue was real, dude. Like that's the kind of shit that the people who hate on Mushoku Tensei, you're like, show them that scene, and they'll be like,
Right.
damn, that's literally like better writing than like every show I watch in anime, because I just watch fucking Naruto and Bleach and One Piece and Black Clover, because that's what like 90% of anime watchers watch. And you're like, wow, it's like a real written scene that felt
Just
like genuine.
juicy character development. I mean,
Yeah.
in a moment where Rudius could have easily just bungled it and been a fucking dickhead, we finally get him just being like, no, maybe I didn't like you that much.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with admitting that, and I'm okay with you hearing that.
That was a moment.
Yeah.
Like that's a moment where like a guy who was maybe to that point trying to sweep the most embarrassing point of his new life under the rug came face to face with it and decided to like take it head on and like be an adult about it. Like that just shows the growth of Rudius. And low key, like maybe like him a little bit. I know there's the sus parts of Rudius, but like we'll talk about that again in a minute though.
Dude, show me an anime that isn't fucking sus in some way or another.
For sure. All right. You want me to throw the sus part out that I'm like worried about a little bit?
Just
you
just
know
toss
it.
it.
You know it. You have to know it from these episodes. Sylphie, you can't do that. You cannot do
Well,
that.
are you gonna do that for me later?
No. Sylphie basically told Rudius, well, it's okay if you bring another girl into our harem, but like we just need to check her out first.
Oh, what do you mean? Why she can't do that? You kidding me?
You can't do that.
She
You can't do that
legit-
with Rudius. Are you kidding me?
She literally
Rudy's
told
bringing
him,
a
like-
boy, bringing girls by. He's bringing Eris by, no question. Eris is in. Like Eris is
Oh,
in now.
she is it. She's already a lock.
Of course she's in, because she was kind of the first, I guess, romantic or partner in that sort of way, or intimate partner.
No.
But like, I mean, he was horny for the other two, but like actual like intimacy was the other two, or it was Eris. I mean, that being said, Sylphie literally was just like it only one more kind of deal. Like that was the gist of her conversation. It made it sound like she was okay, but like there was like level cap. There was.
I don't think there was any
a
level
wife
cap implied to that. I think Sylphie's gonna be just fine with him bringing in whatever chick that he brings in.
You know what is funny though, because like she was like, I will say, there will be a very, very massive shift in demeanor. At least Roxy and Sylphie are like similar. They're very soft-spoken, sweet girls. Like, what happens when Eris walks in and is just like,
Mad Dog.
I love that dude, bitch. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, how do they react to that? Like, how do they react to that? Like, I love that weak little man over there, bitches. Like, I could talk.
Well,
I'm gonna toss him around in the bedroom. Like, what you think about that? Like, what's happening?
I think we're past that point at this. She basically worships the guy. So
Facts.
I feel like she's gonna simp so hard for him.
I'm very curious about how it's gonna go down, for sure. But also, I like listen. We killed Paul. Like, what if something happens when she tries to take on Orsted? Like, I don't know. We'll see. Like, but I'm looking ahead here. But Sylphie, you can't. That's dangerous behavior. Sylphie saying
It is.
it's okay. We just gotta
What's
talk
more-
to her first.
If anything,
Come
it's just
on,
more annoying
Sylvie!
that it's just more annoying that Rudy has found like the perfect wife. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't deserve that.
We all know it. Everybody
Perfect
knows
first
that
wife.
Sylphie is the one.
The head. She's the head.
She's
wife.
the golden wife. Yeah.
Are we saying Sylphie is the head of the horse, Roxy is the body, Eris is the ass of the horse? In the memes that you see, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus
and Rudy's is
Christ.
the jockey.
Yeah. All right.
Much.
All right. We got to get some scores out. We got to keep moving. All right. 8.3 for me on both episodes combined. The first one was better, I felt like, than the second one, but 8.3 on the average score.
I was an 8 flat.
I don't
Oh,
do
you're
this
talking
often.
about
I'm gonna reach a little. I'm gonna go 9 on this one.
Wow, he's
I just-
reaching.
Wow.
I love this fucking show.
The kid likes what he likes. Don't talk to him about it. All right. That finishes all of our episodic stuff to talk about. Now let's do a little tiny topic at the end here. With false memory coming into the picture, I just want to do a little conversation about the best one season shows ever. 13 episodes or less. You know? What comes to mind? You know what I mean? When you think about those.
For me, there's an obvious front runner.
Can I guess it?
Yeah,
Is it Odd Taxi?
of course it's Odd Taxi.
Okay.
Of course it's Odd Taxi.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
Clear front
very
runner for
good
me.
one.
Okay, Chris, what comes to mind for you? Odd Taxi or something different?
I mean, you guys know I love Parasite.
Doesn't count.
That's
Too long.
how.
Too long.
It's like 24 episodes.
It's
yeah.
24
double
episodes.
season.
Still one season.
No,
It aired
no,
in one
no.
season.
Nah, double
You want
season
you
don't
just
count.
want 12 episodes?
I just said
you just
13
want
episodes or less. Did you not hear that?
Chris, he just
13
said
or
it.
less. All right, give me Death Parade.
Okay, thank you. Something reasonable. At least it won Anime of the Year. 1 year.
I know what John's gonna say.
You most certainly do not.
Really?
Oh, I think I know what you think I'm gonna say. That might be like my second place.
Is it not what I think it is?
It's definitely not. I think Baccano might be my favorite like one season
okay.
show.
Well, I haven't
I've
seen
ever
that.
watched. It blew me away even at like when I was young. Like I watched it when I was like 16 or something, and it like blew me away. It's very Odd Taxi-esque in that there's like 15 different characters, and they all come together at the end. And it's a little less kiddied down by the style. Like, it's not, and Odd Taxi isn't really that kiddie. Like, the dialogue's very good, everything, but the art style kind of kids it down, and that's part of the plot. That's part of the plot, that they're not actually animals by the end of it, right? But Baccano, I think, is like incredible. I think it's incredibly well written. You know, Death Parade's a great pick too. Honestly, all three of them are. Those literally could be the top three ever. If you were to watch them, you might come out of it saying those are the top three ever.
I feel like we gotta do some honorary mentions.
Oh, they're coming, pal. What you got? You got an honorable mention?
Yeah, just because I think I know what you're gonna say. Besides this one, obviously Taco P.
Yeah, Taco P was the one I thought you would think. I would think.
That's the first one I would think, but there's another one that I think is also par for the course.
Which one should I?
Am I gonna go double up? All right, Space Dandy.
Space Dandy, unfortunately,
Space Dandy's too long.
Season. It's a
it's a double season.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought it was 12 episodes. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
24.
No, I mean, listen, you're right on the money that if it was 12 episodes, it'd be in here. And it'd be
You just need the 5th episode. You legitimately just need the 5th episode. That episode's so peak from Space Dandy.
There's like 7 episodes from Space Dandy that are like peak as fuck. And then like the other ones, there's still like cool existential stuff mixed in there. Funny, goofy episodes mixed in there. There's like 5 or 6 episodes that are just like, why was this good? This has no business being this good. Chris, you want to throw out another one? Got another contender?
I got Sunny Boy on my list.
Yeah, I had Sunny Boy mentioned.
Talked about it earlier.
We all liked it. We didn't all love it. I know Shalhoub was like lukewarm on it, I think, compared to me.
I thought you loved it.
I like it a lot. I do. I came out of it like, I think I have it as like a mid to high 8. But the shows we've mentioned so far, like basically 9s, I would say.
Yeah.
True.
So I like it, just not. I mean, it's not going to compete with the other ones. One that everybody knows, one that everybody would consider like an elite, Madoka Magica.
Yep.
Really good. It has this skin, this overtone of like kind of being a childish, like cute girl magical anime. It's not that at all. It's actually like much darker than that. It has very dark tones to it, and I think it's pretty cool. And I actually have a show that I almost might even prefer to it, but they're very close. And I think Chris might pick up on it and throw it in next time around. Do you have anything else, Shalhoub, that you want to recommend that you think like might be in this conversation?
There's the wasn't the witch one? Wasn't that a short season? What's it called?
Journal with Witch.
Journal with Witch. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I actually didn't write it down. I actually should.
Damn, I didn't even think about that one. Yeah.
Very good show. It's just so it's almost like too grounded.
It's kind of slow.
And not that not that that can't still be great. It's just a lot of people who watch anime because it lets you get away from grounded stuff easier. Yeah. Live action shows exist to be more grounded. Whereas like if you animate it, it gives you the freedom to take grounded, like, you know, be like bombastic with it. And this show is very grounded. It's very good. I think the writing's like insanely good with it, but I think it's good if that's what it's very much like is this your thing? If it's not your thing, it's like you're gonna be bored. But if it's your thing, you're gonna roll with it.
It wasn't my thing, but I just thought it was well written.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree. Do you have Lane on your list, John? Is that the one you were talking about?
No, well, because I haven't seen it. I made a quick list of shows I haven't seen that some people may be like, why is this not on your list? I had Lane, I had Violet Evergarden, I had Pluto, and I had Terror and Resonance. All 4 of those.
Oh, yeah.
I have not seen them. I plan to. They're all on my list, but we've talked about it a million times where I've been like, my list is so long. I'm getting to stuff as I go. We'll eventually cut it down to 0, but for right now, these shows are still on the list. I'll throw out a couple others, okay? Angel Beats, we didn't talk about. Angel Beats definitely deserves to be on this list. Chris knows, shows really fucking... I might prefer Angel Beats to Madoka Magica, and I think Chris might too.
I do.
Angel Beats is so weird because for like 10 episodes, you're like, where are we going? And then literally in the last 2 episodes, they like tie everything up pretty neatly and emotionally, and it hits you hard, in my opinion. So I cried on the last episode. bad. So yeah, fully cool.
Didn't Cowboy
Fully
Bebop
Cool.
originally start as a 12 episode thing, and then they released the last couple later?
Cowboy
I'm
Bebop,
not
in my
100%
knowledge, is
sure.
24.
Yeah.
Is a full 24.
You
Fully
said
Cooley.
Fully
That's
Cooley.
the show we mentioned earlier. That
Yeah, I've never seen it.
false memory.
Doesn't Fully
reminds
Cooley
us
have
of.
multiple seasons now?
It does, and I knew
It's like
that was
18.
weird.
It's like 18 total episodes, right?
But is Fully Cooley low key with these other seasons like Naruto and Boruto, where it's like the new Fully Cooley is like Boruto, and you're like, just count that as a new thing. Don't count that as Naruto. So to me, I count Fully Cooley as just that 6 episodes. I thought about having Cyberpunk Edgerunners on here because the new season of Cyberpunk Edgerunners is like not related to the other season. It's a whole new cast. Everybody from the original cast is not involved. I get it. It's weird, but it's like you can almost consider them different things. Different, you know what I mean? Same universe, but different. You can almost like judge them as different entities. The last two I'll throw out: Ping Pong the animation, short, beautiful,
Yes.
incredibly artistic sports anime. You would have never thought Ping Pong could be so fun to watch. It's great. It's only like 11 episodes or something. Go watch it if you haven't, if you're into sports anime. Really deserves it. It has an incredibly unique art style, and it has like deeper meaning to it. Very cool. And then Erased. I threw Erased in here at the end.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Murder mystery, time travel, some fun stuff to it. This one doesn't hit as hard by the end of it for me as some of the others, but some people will fucking suck this show off. And so I figured it's worth mentioning.
Cool.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I will say Samurai Champloo is 26 episodes, but it felt like 12.
Yeah. Oh, you watched it all the way
Yeah,
through?
I did.
I did a while ago, yeah.
All right. I didn't know you actually got through it all. That's sick.
Yeah, I
That's
love
good.
it. I need to. I want to rewatch it again though, because I'm sure I missed some
It's
stuff.
such a
but, yeah.
rewatchable show too, though. It's like because every episode is kind of individual for the most part, so like it's not like you can watch one episode a night and like even you don't remember the episode before, but you're like, whatever, on to the next.
There's very subtle continuity, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so the overall arcing thesis or whatever of this topic, false memory, gonna be 10 episodes. Do you think it has a chance, like yes or no, do you think it has a chance to be considered with some of the shows we've talked about here as like a borderline top 10 best, you know, short 13 or less episodes, a one-nighter type anime when it's done?
I think it has potential.
I think it's got like a 40% chance, if I'm being honest.
And maybe that's the best way to do it is percentages. So like Shaloub would say
Yeah.
there's less than a 50% chance it actually gets there. Chris sounds a little more optimistic. I think me and Chris sound a little more optimistic on it.
I think I'd be like 65 to 70%. Like it definitely has the potential, but it could easily be ruined. Like the story could go in a weird direction or whatever, and it could just completely shatter the world, you know?
No question. Or if they just never tie it together and it just kind of feels like random bullshit, the show for 10 episodes and it never ties together. It never feels like we get closure on the stuff we're looking for. That would be pretty frustrating. So I think that's more likely.
That's the vibe I'm currently getting.
I get it, but
Okay.
those shows you get that vibe in a lot of shows until it happens, and it either happens or it doesn't
True.
for you, and we'll just have to see where they go. So there you go.
Swear to God, if they do a lost ending where everyone's just dead anyways, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'd shoot, yeah.
Sorry for anyone who hasn't watched Lost. You had enough time.
Yeah.
You've had plenty of time.
What's the
to
rule?
watch it.
20 years and a spoiler's not a spoiler. I think we're there.
Yeah, at least.
All right, cool. Dubbed and Confused, episode, what are we, 43 this week? Thanks for watching if you did. We love you guys. We'll see you in the next episode. With a little less. This was double episodes for every show. A little less next week. And we're cutting Damon's, which feels good. A little weight off the shoulders.
Woo.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.